sports. It's in the game.
Wow, he just took off on that one, and he might have just won the game for him.
Today.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Herbert on the first play wants to pass it.
And right away, he lost the football. And this is Scoop. And now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. And now here is the offense onto the field as their first involvement will be a two-point conversion attempt. And this one incomplete. So they went for the two, they don't get it.
And despite injuries like these, Charles, with these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
That just shows the depth that they have on the roster and the guys who are serious about being ready when their number is called. Someone goes down, someone jumps in, and they don't skip a beat. I think this team has a bunch of those guys, and some of them will be called on again this week.
The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive.
4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And Allen's going to have a Chargers first down as he's up to the 40-yard line.
That one goes for 8 yards. And the slot man goes in motion left. Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Herbert. That's caught by the rookie Quentin Johnston. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Herbert on 3rd down now. A little short pass. And he lost the football. And this is scooped. There he goes, right side. He's into space past the 25. And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. You talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
So their second touchdown of this first half, they went for 2 after score number 1. Didn't get it. Now they get the equalizer, so to speak.
So to speak, and you can understand the thinking. Because they didn't get it after the first score, they wanted to get back to a normal points pattern, get up to 14. But just think, if they missed it here, they're only up 12-0. 1 extra point on the other side could ultimately beat you if they score twice.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. They'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Up the middle with Eckler. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Back to throw here, Herbert. Johnston on the quick slant. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A. Slot man moves right. Running on first down, Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. Now it's Herbert. A little short pass. This is Everett. And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. And they've watched the tape all week. They've seen it. But what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages. Blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll be taken down here as it will take us to the end of the first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. Out left, he's got it to Everett. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Eckler now between the tackles, and he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well done from a safety to come up there at the line of scrimmage. Nice tackle, too.
Yeah, he actually played into his position, didn't he? He's the strong safety. That means being near the line of scrimmage, cleaning up the run game, almost an extra linebacker, and he relishes the opportunities to put a big hit on a runner.
And he's down into the red zone at the 15 after a gain of 15. 1st and 10.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun, Herbert on third down. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal.
From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the...
They've got his man, complete.
Down to the 10.
Touchdown, Detroit.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Touchdown number 18 on the year.
And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Goff looking to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. And the formula there on the 2-point try, they go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
Possession switching back now to the Chargers. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. They're back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
Back to the air. Herbert on 2nd down. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. The Chargers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Herbert.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
To the air again, Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Justin Herbert looking to pass. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
Levi Onwuzurike.
Make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
The Lions now taking over late in this first half. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. Goff's throw into the hands of Reynolds here.
And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. That is caught. Josh Reynolds. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Boy, 30 more yards and another first down.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Amon-Ra St. Brown.
In the final seconds of the first half.
And the Lions will extend their lead here just before halftime. Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for 2 here.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime with a bit.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest.
The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the 3rd. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD. And now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. An excellent pickup of 34 yards. On 1st and 10, Goff. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Quick throw complete to Reynolds.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Jonah Jackson, former 3rd-round pick, the guilty party.
Here's Goff now on 2nd down. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Lions take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further.
Personally, I'd rather see them kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 25-yard line.
He'll hand off here to Eckler. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole. Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or...
Better against man, because now you're running...
And a loose football, and the Lions have recovered. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the first down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the first down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline.
That is incomplete.
I'll give them credit winning that first snap and forcing an incompletion. They're hoping that'll deflate the offense a little bit after they took the field charged up after taking over after a turnover.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Donovan Peoples-Jones
with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Lions have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Here's Goff. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for two in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, it's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Allen, the man in motion left.
Now they'll fake the jet sweep and give it instead to Eckler.
And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this as he fought through that first contact. It's second down. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
That's a nice run to get himself back on the horse after his fumble. Nothing spectacular, but a good confidence-building run.
On third down, here's Eckler.
52 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
On the give, this is Eckler. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Eckler, they run left side. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger first down.
Back to throw here.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. Well, good hands there defensively at second down. Herbert now. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. In motion left goes Allen. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Herbert. And he held on to it too long. A coverage sack. Down he goes. Aleem McNeil. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's into the hands of Eckler. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. He hit his first, this one from 38. And this one is right through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Goff.
This one swung out to Montgomery. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Lions' first down, and he'll get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 4th and 1.
Caught by Montgomery.
And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Goff going to throw it.
That's to the tight end, Laporta.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big play that time on the catch and run. 32 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Here's Goff. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
It's complete. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
And Patterson back out there to sim this one away. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down.
He'll drop this one off to Eckler.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And it'll be second down. Again, Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. One last throw here for Herbert. This caught left side by the tight end Parham. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off season. But on game day, you both want to show your best, and I think that's what
today, from Ford Field in Detroit, it's Week 11 of the NFL on EA Sports. Detroit Lions taking on Justin Fields and the Chicago Chicago Bears.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Detroit Lions.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
Velus Jones now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. They'll set up the screen for...
And right away, he lost the football. And this is scooped up by the Lions.
Racing to the end zone.
And into the end zone, a scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. We switch the attention now to Khalil Herbert as this offense comes out for their next drive.
He's probably a little angry at himself. It was his fumble, obviously, a moment ago that led to the scoop and score touchdown that has him down early.
And now we find out about the psychology aspect of being a coach. Because when you have a guy that's just happened, some people want to take him out of the game immediately. Others say, you know something? Let's feed him the ball again next series and see if he's going to be able to atone for it. Let's see what they decide to do.
Here's Fields.
Steps away. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. In motion right, that's Hamler. He's going to get it on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Hand off right side for Herbert.
And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13.
And not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. 3rd and long. It's Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Fields now to throw. They'll set up the screen to Herbert.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Here's Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert.
And he'll get this only to about the 38 as they stop him a few yards shy of the line to gain. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and that will keep the lead at 8.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At the 45. Flush to his right.
He wants Reynolds way downfield.
This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Detroit. 41 yards.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking this secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
Ball on the 8. It's 2nd and 4.
Goff. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Donovan Peoples-Jones.
His 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season.
And the Lions have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Now Goff. And the conversion good. He's got it. So the lead swells to 16-0.
I think we're sensing a trend here. 2 first-half touchdowns. After going for 2 after the first score, CD, I thought maybe they would kick the PAT here. No, they get 2 more.
No, they decided to really press the advantage because, remember, getting the 2 after the first score, you've already got the other team back on their heels if they're going to mount a comeback. But to go up 2 scores and 2 two-point conversions, you've really got them thinking on the other sideline.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're already looking up at a 16-0 deficit. Still plenty of time to go, first quarter. But work to be done as they come up 1st and 10. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
To throw is Fields. Got an open man here, and it's K.J. Hamler.
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. 16-0. That's the score after 1 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2.
Meanwhile, Fields' throw here into the hands of Moore.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
On 2nd down, a run with Herbert.
And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
From the 50, here's Fields.
And he fends him off.
And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact.
Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
On first down, Fields. And this is taken in by Darnell Mooney.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Here's a give to Herbert.
And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Well, they'll come up 2nd and 7. Herbert once more.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Santos' kick is up and through. And they'll at least get on the board here, still trailing, but 16-3 now.
So that kick gives them their first points of the game, CD, and it comes on the 3rd drive, but hopefully for them that's a spark that gets that offense going.
Yeah, and I would say if you're the offensive play caller, as you look at your sheet, you're trying to find that part on there that unlocks bigger points. They've struggled with a few drives so far, finally got 3 out of it. How do you find the end zone? That's what he's searching for now.
Play action. It's Goff.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 75 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Dan Campbell makes the call. His guys will go for 2 here. Goff looking to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass. Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD. Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. Herbert powering up the middle. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Fields. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price. After the interception, here's Goff. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. It's caught inside the 25. That one goes for 36 yards. This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to add on to their first half lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Now Goff. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational? It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Fields. Locates Mooney on the out route. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, it's Fields. That is caught by Herbert. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Throwing again is Fields. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And down inside the 15 he goes. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Off play action, Fields.
And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Santos' kick is up and through, and that will do it for this first.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
The Lions in the lead, and they're going to get the football first as well as the second half is underway.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
So here are the Lions to take over. They are working on that very impressive 9-game win streak, looking to get it to 10 as they've got the lead here, 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw complete there to St. Brown.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll fake the handoff. Now Goff. That is caught. Josh Reynolds. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Detroit. Josh Reynolds. Touchdown number 15 of the year.
And the Lions are pouring it on.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the backflip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half.
Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10.
At their 25-yard line.
Now Herbert to start the drive.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. This is taken at the 15. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Lions will take over. And Detroit getting set to go now.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I...
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Josh Reynolds with now his 2nd touchdown of this third quarter.
And the Lions continue to pour it on. They go up by 40 now.
They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it. Can extend this lead out even further.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on, but apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
Onto the field now come the Bears.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Now it's Fields.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Now Fields. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so.
Here's a diving catch right side. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Donovan Peoples-Jones laying himself out in the end zone. And the Lions get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. Two-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback. The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They'll run here with Herbert.
And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
Now a 3rd and 6.
Looking to throw. Fields. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
That he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
Here's Andy Lee now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is taken at about the 14. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. A good return there. Call it 13 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10.
At their own 27. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's taken in. Complete to Reynolds. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 47.
Goff's throw into the hands of Reynolds here.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Last play they went over 20 yards. This time they top 30.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little.
And in for the Lions touchdown.
Donovan Peoples-Jones
from 13 yards out.
And the Lions are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Goff and that Lions offense staying on the field. They'll try for 2.
And this is going to be caught. I'm not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
The last series for him a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Tracy Walker in on the tackle. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields.
Flushed out right.
Fields hit and the ball is loose.
And this is scooped up by the Lions.
Inside the 20.
And into the end zone. A scoop and score on the fumble return for the Detroit touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
And boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
No run back here for Jones, a touchback.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years, our team seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
There's Charles Harris getting home for the sack.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Operating from the gun, Fields. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive, not much sense.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Tracy Walker.
And the Lions will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about it.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Lions add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. Here's Goff. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
And he can't get rid of it.
Aiden Hutchinson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15.
Out of the gun, Fields.
Able to get away. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11. The Bears on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
A throw left side, hauled in by Hamler. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now a 1st down throw, Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Aiden Hutchinson
able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Fields. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage.
Here is 3rd down and 4. From the gun, here's Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
Fields on 1st down.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
To the air again, Fields.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and they will remain well behind.
But, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times we use the term blowout for a lopsided ball game. And this has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Riley Patterson now for the extra point.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
A Goff and that Lions offense staying on the field. They'll try for 2.
They'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. And they're just not going to let up as he is into the end zone here for 2 more.
Well, after that, it's not hard to see where the momentum is pointing, because it's squarely on his side after a heads-up play to jog that one in for another 2 points.
And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over.
We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for Detroit,